Hi YouTubers, it's Sewing and Crafting with Niler. I'm back. I'm not 100% where I want to be, but I am back. And for starters, I would like to say thank you to all of you for your well wishes, your prayers, your support during my illness. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for being loyal subscribers and loyal viewers. When I was in the hospital, I had several friends from my congregation that came by to visit. They brought cards, they cooked meals for me and my husband. They ran errands. They did everything that I needed, and it was just so nice that I didn't know how to thank everybody. It was just too hard to do a gift or buy a gift for everybody in my congregation because everybody did something. Even if it was just offering up a prayer, it was so much needed. Well, anyway, I decided I would make something simple that I could give to every family within our congregation. And what I did is I made these really cute little gift boxes. I had so much fun making these, and they're so easy, so quick, and so simple. So I just wanted to share that with you. As you see, I made these gift boxes actually in all these different colors, just whatever color of cardstock paper you have. And to make my boxes interesting, we redid our songbook at our congregation. So the other one is obsolete, but I didn't want to throw it away. So I took the pages and I cut the titles out, and I put the titles on the boxes and with the music and the words so that different ones would remember some of the songs we sang. And I thought that would add an extra little touch to it, and I also put it on the back as well. The supplies you'll need for this project is you need some basic cardstock paper, some decorative scrap paper that you can kind of get from these scrapbooking pages. You're going to need a good pair of scissors. You'll need a glue stick, a heavy-duty glue stick. You'll also need a glue gun and a ruler, some embellishment buttons. And if you're using a Cricut machine, you're going to need the Cricut supplies that you use to scrape off your designs with. This is a Cricut machine, and this is what I use to do all my cutting. Here is the Cricut mat that goes in there, and I'll show you a little bit later how to use this. To start with, you want to make a pattern for your box, and as you see, it's like one big plus sign. It's very easy to make our pattern because all I did is I took my cardstock and I used my ruler and I measured in 2 inches, just like that, and I put a little mark here, and then I measured up here, measured 3 1/4 inches and put a little mark. And what you'll do is run these together. This will go up here and this will go here, and you'll just simply take your scissors and you'll cut that out. That's one corner. Now to mirror it, that's what you want to do, is you want to make sure it's the same all the way around. You're going to take this as a pattern and you'll lay it down on each side and you'll cut it out, and you'll end up with something like this. Okay, here is my pattern all cut out, my big plus sign. And as you see on my pattern, I have these little snips right here. So what you want to do is at each corner, going in the same direction, you want to clip a 1/2 inch, just a 1/2 inch on each side. And that's so that your pieces can fold in like this, and that'll be how you seal the box up. Now I'm baking my box in pink, so once you've made your pattern, all you do is simply line up your pattern on your cardstock, and then you just simply cut it out. Now that I have the card all cut out, what you're going to do now is right where you have those little cuts, you're going to fold in on both ends, just at that mark where you did the snip. So let's turn this way and fold in as well. Now you also want to take this end and fold it in. Now this is where you want to use a tool that will get this card nice and flat where that fold is. You want to do all of them that way, because that way it won't be bulky. And then you'll do the same thing for the other side. Fold it up as well and scrape unfold it. Then to do the same thing for the ends, fold them in as well. Scrape, scrape. Now you see how it's beginning to look like a box? Isn't that cool? So now we have the box pretty much set. So what you want to do now is you're going to take these ends and you're going to put some glue. And I would suggest gluing one at a time because the glue will dry rather fast. And adhering, just like that. And just kind of press it, make sure it sets. And there you have your box. What I like to do now is I like to take the ends and kind of press them down, and you get that little crunchy spot here in the middle, and then I just kind of pinch it a little bit once it comes in. Just pinch it just a little bit. Or you can even fold it in like this, so now the box has a little more of a purse look. You want to make the handles for your box. And what I did on my Cricut machine, which I showed you, I will do it without it. I just used a large U, but I thought the U shape was kind of nice because it gave a nice little look to the purse, and it looks kind of like a handle. But if you don't have a Cricut machine, no problem. Just simply fold your paper in half, and you want to just draw out. You can either trace something. In this case, I think I'm going to trace this because I like the way this looks. So I'm just going to trace out my U shape. And there is my handle. You can just make your handle any kind of way you want. And this is where you're just going to simply cut it out. And I'm cutting two thicknesses at the same time. Now I have my handles. And like I say, it's really simple, the handles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the box on its side. And I'm going to put some glue on the ends of my handles, like that. And I'm going to place them in about 1/2 inch. And then just kind of hold them in place a little bit. Flip it over. And we're going to do the same thing. A little bit of glue. And hold it down in place. And there you have the box. It's nice and cute. It's ready for embellishing. So now you want to start to put your embellishments on it. And in this bag, I have a bunch of little flowers that I cut out of some leftover cardstock. As you can see, I have all kinds of colors and all the same size. So what you can do is you can either take your leftover fabric, your leftover card paper here, and cut out flowers. Or you can flip through your pages here and find a page that you think would look pretty that would embellish that. So I kind of like the stripes here. And I'm going to cut a piece of the stripe to kind of border it. I want a border on the top of it. But I'm going to cut my stripes this way. And I want to make sure that I get the pink in there because that's the width that I want it. So I'm just going to kind of measure the outside and kind of just figure out where I need to cut it. So as far as the width of it, you can make it whatever width you want. So I'm just cutting a piece and I'm not really concerned about it. And this is where we're going to put it on the outside of the box. This should kind of give it a little bit of character. Okay, so now I've got it a little bit narrower. So what you want to do now is you want to take your glue stick and you're just going to glue this portion down to the outside of your box. I wouldn't put hot glue on this because the hot glue beats up and it gets lumpy. So at least this way you don't have that. So I'm going to put that down on the outside. Just like that. And then I'm going to turn around on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, and there we have the embellishment there. So now I want to add some flowers to it. I have some pretty pink flowers that I want to kind of add. So I'm just going to take some hot glue. And I'm going to stick the little flower on both sides. Now what I did with the other ones is I made flowers out of the cardstock paper because I wanted it to match. So since I have my cardstock paper here, I'm just not going to load up my machine. I'm just going to simply outline a little flower. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can freehand your flower. Anything that you want to do to embellish it now is completely up to you. So now I'm going to take a smaller pair of scissors because this is a more intricate cut. And I'm just going to simply cut out. This is if you don't have a Cricut machine. If you have a Cricut machine, then it will do this for you. Okay, my flower is cut out now, so I'm going to put a little hot glue on it. And I'm going to put it in front to act as a shadow. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side to act as a shadow. And I had some leftover buttons, so here are some pretty fuchsia buttons that look like the fabric in the back, the pattern in the back. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here in the center, and I'm going to put my button there, right there in the middle. See how cute that looks? And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to put a button there as well. So now our box is complete. And you see how simple that was? You can make a ton of these in a night. I made about 75 of them in a matter of a day. I just took some tissue paper and I cut it into smaller sections. And I'm just going to use a couple of sheets. And I like to take them and angle them in a different angle like so. And I'm just going to insert these inside of the box. Just like that. So now your gift box is ready to be stuffed and it's ready to be given as a nice little cute gift. And I took the leftover scraps from my cardstock and just made a cute little thank you card that matches the bag. And now your gift is personalized and your card is personalized. Hope you try this project. Happy crafting!